So, you want to know how to make a wizard's wand like this? Well, you've come to the right place. Today I'll show you how you can murder basically any villager or mob in Minecraft with a custom-built wizard's wand. So, the first thing you're gonna want to do is create a scoreboard. You do this by typing /scoreboard objective add. Then, for the objective, you want to do Minecraft.use. So this will count for every time they use a carrot on a stick. That's gonna act as our wand. So once I'm gonna set the display onto the sidebar so you can see actively every time I use my carrot on a stick, and you'll see how the board counts. By the way, you can name it whatever you want. I just went with click, but you could go with right click or anything else that works for you. So once we did that, I'm gonna set my scoreboard to 0, so it resets my score. Now we're gonna get on to the command blocks. So you wanna give yourself a command block and place it down. Make sure the first one is on repeating, and you can make it needs redstone, but I like to do always active. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna execute at the player, any player with the score of 1 in your custom scoreboard, which is called click. So anytime they click, anytime it makes it 1, it's gonna summon an armor stand. Now, you could leave it as a base armor stand, but I'm gonna go over here and look at these kind of custom tags for it. One that makes it invisible, one that gives it a tag so I can make sure it's only that specific armor stand. But if there's only one armor stand in your world, you could just do that. Now, what's very important is that you do these carrots in the location, because that means it'll spawn in the direction you're facing. So instead of doing the little squiggly lines, you want to make sure you do the 3 carrots right there. Once you've finished up that command block and you made sure you got your carrots, we're going to move on to the next command block in the sequence, I guess. So the next one, I'm just going to copy this directly and work through it. You want to make sure it's a chain command block and just make sure it's always active, even if your first one needs redstone. Chain. So the way this works is it's going to execute at the person whose score is to 1. I called my old one right click, but this one's just called click. It's going to TP the armor stand you created before about 0.2 blocks forward, but it's going to make sure it's facing you. That facing at P command, make sure that it's facing you directly. So what's going to happen is when it's teleporting away from you, it's going to make sure it's actually going where you were looking, because it turns around and faces you. So this next command, pretty simple. It's just gonna I'm gonna rewrite it. It's gonna set the person whose score in the right click category, it's gonna set it to 0. So if their score is 1, you just wanna make it 0 again. So you can run the command over and over without it messing up. The next command in our sequence, this is what makes the armor stand or the wand kill someone or something. You say execute at the tag arrow, because remember I added the tag arrow, but you could just make that armor stand. It's gonna kill any entity within the distance of 2 blocks. Now you might want to make this smaller. I'm actually gonna set it to 1, but whatever that number is, that's the radius of the wand, I guess, or more likely the armor stand. Now, this is just some cosmetics. This is how you would do the little lava drip particles I showed in my intro. So you're saying execute at the actual armor stand, run these particles in this very, very small radius, and it'll keep running and running them. Now this is what makes sure that the armor stand or the wand magic thingy doesn't go infinitely. Basically, we're creating another scoreboard called lifetime, and we're adding 1 every tick that this thing is in existence. We're adding 1 to it, and then once it hits 50, it's just gonna make sure the armor stand doesn't exist. It's gonna kill it. Lastly, I'm gonna add a little bit of a touch up to the armor stand killing command from before. I'm just gonna make it so it ignores not only the player, but also the armor stand as well. So the way you do that is you go into here and you write type equals exclamation point. Exclamation point means accept. So accept the player and accept the armor stand. That's so it doesn't kill itself. And there you go. That's how you make a working magic wand in Minecraft. And as you'll see right here, I'm gonna test it out on some villagers, and it works. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, leave a like. Anyway, if it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I'll see you all again sometime. Quick shout out to James. Thank you for boosting the Discord server. Love you.